Good afternoon. I wanted to come to you today via video rather than the spoken word. I want to ask you to take a journey with me, if you will. Indulge me for a moment or two. And just imagine a green, lush forest, a sparkling blue river that flows free down into a crystal clean spring. You can hear birds singing and their songs, beautiful flowers that adorn the grassy edges of the riverbank in colors that paint this incredible canvas. The sun's rays glitter in these miraculous ways, and in the distance, you can hear the singing voices of those working beneath the sunshine skies. They are working in collaboration, nurturing one another, supporting one another. They co-create as they share in the bounties of the earth from the gardens they planted. Their food is alive. There's no chemicals added to the dull energy they provide. The fruits, they're so sweet and juicy, they quench both your hunger and thirst with every bite. And there is enough. It is a place where whether you look into the sky and see the miraculous gifts painted across the canvas and call it God, call it Allah, Great Spirit, Mohammed, or if you're simply standing and gazing at a beautiful sight, you're all standing together in humble awe as one in humanity and one in spirit. There's no war over politics or religion. There's no lines to cross, only bridges. There's no irreverence for Mother Earth. It's simply just the human race standing together as one. Can you imagine if we lived in a world like that, where it didn't matter if you were a native or if you were Christian or Tibetan? That's the world that I live in. See, back in 1995, I was pregnant with my son, and I had been going through some strange medical conditions since, probably about 85 when I was pregnant with my oldest. And what happened in 95 was um, I got really, really sick. I got diagnosed with a autoimmune disease after I had my son. I was diagnosed with uterine cancer, went through surgery, chemo. I had to go through steroid therapy, intravenous steroid therapy. I was having fevers that were causing hallucinations, and I couldn't tell, what was a hallucination and what was a journey and what was a reality. Having grand mal seizures, sometimes two and three a day. I had a heart attack. I mean, and the list just goes on and on. And the reality of what happened for me is people didn't come to me and say to me, "What religious path are you?" I had a Buddhist monk, a Native American elder, a deacon from a church, a Christian church, some Jewish friends of mine, a voodoo high priestess, a number of priestess in the Wiccan path that all surrounded me. They stood shoulder to shoulder, and they didn't try to impose their path on anyone. They were all there to nurture, to support, to love, to learn from one another, and to become one in humanity. And they showed me that this reality that some people call a dream, a pipe dream, can happen. It can happen anywhere, at any time, if we choose it. Today, I spent a great deal of time back with those doctors and dealing with some fairly significant issues medically. And it's my belief, just as it was in 95, that your biography determines your biology. And so I will be looking at, why is it that I'm carrying the pains of so many that causes my body to have physical repercussions? And what is it about me that causes me to have these physical repercussions? And not that I think that anybody who is ill causes them, but if we want to overcome them, we need to find some of the root issues that doesn't allow us to release them. But what happened for me is, in this medical issues, and with the issues that have been on social media pages of mine, with people uh, trying to draw lines, trying to impose their soul truths on other people, my journey has been called into question. And I just want to set the record straight. My soul truth is that I believe, because I've experienced the reality of, that there doesn't have to be any lines. That if you are peaceful within, then you can create peace without. If you are peaceful within, you can stand peacefully with your brothers and sisters. If you are harmonious within and centered and balanced, then you do not feel threatened. You do not have fear of somebody else's journey. You can feel compassion and love, and you can look for ways that you can co-create together a better world, because isn't that what we're all here for? To try to create that ideal world that I talked about at the beginning, a world where we don't try to impose our views on other people. We accept their views, we treat them with respect and dignity, and we honor their ways. For if you want to be respected and you want your ways honored, then you need to do the same for others. Though I have not grown up as a Penobscot Nation, my father was Penobscot Nation. And though I am not Mohawk, I was trained by a Mohawk. And though I am not Tibetan, one of my greatest teachers is rooted in Tibetan Buddhism. I can see the honor, the love, the respect in each of these traditions. I was raised Baptist and have a great love for the dedication of those teachers that I had. And all I try to share with people is my journey. It doesn't have to be your journey. It doesn't have to be your soul truth. But I ask that you treat it with respect, honor, and integrity, just as I will treat your journey with respect, honor, and integrity. The post on my page may slow down for a bit um, while I deal with some of these medical issues. We'll call them issues. I had a teacher once that told me that they were issues were like tissues. Once you pulled one out, another one would pop up. That's sort of been my truth as well. I would ask that you hold me in your prayers and your thoughts, that my body heals itself, and that we can continue this journey together. Until then, mwah, I love you all.